Okay, Kimberly, this has really been a while,
Yes, and Eddie's
and
excited.
Eddie is excited.
Eddie's very excited.
I'm going to try to get through the dog's noise, but I have to do this.
Okay.
Hello, fellow travelers!
Hello! And we're not going to Mexico.
But I'm still Neil,
And I'm still Kimberly.
and this is
To
Travel and Tour. Oh my goodness, it has been 2 years and change
Mhm.
since we have done this. It probably shows in the thumbnail that I made for this live stream. I mean, it really looks
What
like
is that?
You-
It's shit.
terrible, absolutely
But it's a
terrible.
nice picture. It really is a good picture
We-
of us.
we
I
were-
like the picture.
We were actually having a pretty good laugh here over that 5 people were waiting, staring at this ugly thumbnail that we made. It's horrible. We don't have StreamYard anymore. We don't have any of this. This is going to be one of the most basic live streams we have ever done. So we don't have any music clips. I wouldn't even know where to find them anymore.
I don't know.
But
I don't know.
that's all not what this is about.
We don't have clips
We-
of anything for anybody.
We
No.
we just decided, actually, not we. I have to be honest. It was all her.
Yeah, it was me. It might have been me.
Your idea.
It is. It was. It still is.
So shall we have a look who joined us right from the start here?
I don't know. Can we tell?
Right there. Remember? I mean, I know that's been a while, but the chat is still on the
No,
right
I
side
can
of
see
the
that people
live
are
stream.
chatting, but I can't. Okay. I'm used to being able to see a number somewhere that says how many people are here. Hey! And I can't see a number. Is there a number somewhere?
No. Oh, actually, yeah, right there, but it's very poorly visible. It says 9 right there. So I guess it, but it's like
It
kind of
blends in
blending
the
in with the
wallpaper.
wallpaper, which is one of the things we have worked on in the meantime. Anyways, let's have a look who is all here with us after 2 years and change. Can you believe that? 2
I know.
years plus it has been since our last live stream. Yeah, once again, very basic live stream we're going to be doing here tonight. If the camera works and the microphone works.
Yeah, can you hear and see us?
I mean, that's what we're shooting for here tonight.
A thumbs up on that, or yes, I can. Yes, we can. We can actually see and hear you. Would be great.
Right. So our
you gotta go
moderator,
down.
and I will go down, but
Yeah,
Anthony
look.
Simone was in there. Yeah, okay. Nothing has changed, has it?
No.
After 2 years,
Oh, we don't have
you-
a mouse thing anymore. We just have it on the computer.
you don't have a mouse that you can mess with the way I tried to scroll down the chat. I know. But anyway, Anthony Simone, moderator in here, is back with us once more.
Thank
Welcome
you,
back, my friend, and thank you so much for returning to our channel, even though it has been so long. Jamie Travel Adventures says, hi, Kim and Neil. I sure miss you guys. I'm at work, so probably won't be on when you guys go live. Just wanted to say hi. And he's heading off to Cancun tomorrow. And what's that word that he is saying?
He's saying Mexico. Just Mexico.
Oh, come on. I did the hello, fellow travelers.
Okay, Mexico!
There you go.
But
I just wanted to make sure you could still do
I
it.
know. And I think it's wonderful that after he met with us, he went to Mexico for the first time.
He did.
Jamie.
And I think he applied for residence.
I mean, he's there all the time. And it's wonderful. I'm glad he found his place that he loves in the world. That's so good. I'm so happy for
Absolutely.
him.
Then another moderator who has been with us throughout all those years and who we actually got to see not awful long ago. Or was it awful long ago? When did we go over to Florida to renew my passport?
Well, I saw Dewey since you've seen Dewey, because me and Dewey were on a cruise.
Well, yeah, there's that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Me and Dewey had a good time.
yeah, of
We were on a
course.
Virgin cruise. It was
Anyways, great seeing you here, Dewey, as always. Even though that's been so long, and then still you managed to find your way back to our channel, which I think is marvelous. So thank you so much. And here, look. Travel Adventures with Eric B. Welcome back, my friend. And it is really, really good to see you back here. Absolutely great. And look at this. From the Carnival of Venetia, Mary Ellen Dillon. Oh my goodness, that has literally been years.
I know.
When did we go to Alaska? Because I hear the name, I see the name Mary Ellen Dillon, and I think immediately Alaska.
Mm-hmm. But you want to know something, Mary Ellen? That is hands down has to be like our favorite trip. We loved Alaska.
The Alaska cruise was
That was-
incredible.
Both of us. That's like our favorite destination.
We have very fond memories of that. Absolutely. Texans who travel in the house. Oh, that is awesome.
So glad
Dawn
to
and
see you
Heather.
guys.
That is great. Nice. And yeah, they went with us on some group trips out back there.
Yes, they did.
More than one, I know that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So welcome back.
I did reach out to them to let them know that we were having a live stream.
And here they are. That's great.
Thank you.
Anthony says that he misses us. Well, here we are once again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's great to have you back, my friend. It's really great to have you back. Mary Ellen requesting everyone in the live stream to hit the thumbs up. Thank you for that.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't even think about it.
Yeah. This is how long we haven't done this. It is like, oh yeah, thumbs up. Yeah, that kind of matters.
That's a good thing.
That's a good thing. Yeah. It's better than thumbs down.
Well, that has to be true.
Okay, what's Eric saying here? I think he didn't hear you. He said something, this word, and there's like a little flag behind it.
Because everyone wants to hear Mexico. I know.
Okay,
we already did it. We'll do it again later. Let's see who's
okay, all right. Mary Ellen adding that we sound and look great. Okay, good deal. So our equipment still works.
Yeah, that all works.
And that's what I figured. Jamie is actually also tuning in. He also says he can see and hear us clear. That's great.
Wonderful.
Dewey then says, I'm sure glad it has not been 2 years since I have seen you. No, not quite like that. No, we did meet up in Florida to, like I said, for us to, I had to renew my passport. Well, with my Dutch passport, it is not as easy as just stopping at the post office. That I have to do at an official place. And I had options. I decided to go for Florida in the end. Somehow that was easier than the other options. I'm like, all right, we'll meet up with Dewey.
Yeah.
Get it done.
It was nice to do a little trip.
Yeah, it was a great little trip, actually. Anthony Samori, welcome anytime. Dewey says, now it is a sincere show. We are in Mexico. Yeah, that's kind of how you can tell. I mean, I guess after all that time, Mexico is still widely associated with us.
It is. But that was a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we have had some really good times in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony is wondering, where is Eddie? Where is he? He's out there somewhere.
He's sleeping on the couch, I think.
But yeah, Eddie is still happily with us, actually. And he really enjoys roughhousing sometimes. And other than that, he spends a lot of time just on the couch where he has grown very fond of pillows and blankets.
Yes.
Margie Butcher. Oh, wow.
Wonderful.
She also found her way back. Welcome back, Margie. Thanks so much for joining us. Mary Ellen pointing out to us that Alaska was in 2021. Has that been 3 years now?
Yes.
Oof. Incredible. Anthony says, are you going to be going back to doing live streams? Well, at least today.
Okay. That's what brings us to why we're doing the live. Okay.
Oh, here it comes. Wait a minute. Is this the point where I'm going to find out something I don't know that you just concocted?
No, you know this.
Okay.
Well, he knows most of it.
Hey! Gee. All right. Well, tell them.
Okay. I had an idea. Okay. Well, I was missing everybody. Me and Dewey went on our trip, and me and Dewey were kind of like, yeah, those group trips were so nice, and this, that, and the other, and yeah. And then, it's getting towards the holidays, and the days are getting shorter, and I'm like, and then I saw this ad about surprise trips, and I'm like, well, that's cool. And Neil and I haven't been traveling as much. We've been doing more working on the house and putting things together and stuff like that. And then I started thinking about it. I'm like, it'd be really cool.
What?
To do a surprise trip. I'm like, okay. And What I thought would be really great is to do it in such a way, because I don't want to know where I'm going. And so when I'm saying I want to do a surprise trip, I'm not talking about like being the agent and putting this together. And I've reached out to some of the people that have traveled with us before, and some people that we know personally, because what I want to do is I want to get a group together of about 25 people. That's the number I'm thinking right now. A fellow travel agent who's absolutely fantastic, Marcia Tivoli, is going to put it together. I've talked to her, so she would do the planning. And what I wanted to do, what I want is, and I told her, I said, I don't want to know. I don't want to know if it's a cruise. I don't want to know if it's an all-inclusive resort. I don't want to know if it's a Europe trip. What I would like to do is we would know anybody who would like to, like I said, those I reached out to. Like I said, it's my new idea. Okay. Mexico. Yes. Hi, Blaine.
Hi, Blaine. Welcome in.
Hi, Blaine. Middle sentence. Hi.
Wow. Blaine Rayleigh from Rayleigh Creative Travel.
Yeah,
that has
good to
also
see
been
you.
years. Welcome back, my friend. Welcome back.
So the idea is I don't want to know. And I don't want anyone, I don't want the group to know. I want it to be a surprise for everyone. I want it to go that we go to like she'll plan everything. We'll go to a location, like say maybe it's DC, and then maybe we would travel from there. But we would go to DC, have like a dinner and a reveal.
A big reveal.
A big reveal of where we're going. And at that time, we would find out what it is. Now, beforehand, of course, we'll know the date. We'll know how much we spent. And of course, we'll have, we're going to have her looking within a budget.
It would be good to know what clothes to bring too.
Yes. Okay. And how long it is. So all of those things, of course, you would know in advance. But
it's like a TTT trip by proxy.
What do you mean?
Well, it is kind of like a TTT trip because
It
it's
is
your
definitely
idea,
a TTT trip.
but it is not us who organize it.
Well, I'm kind of organizing it, but I'm not booking it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so by proxy. It's
I guess.
TTT trip by proxy.
I guess. Whatever. I didn't even think about it as being TTT. I thought of this as wanting to reach out to people that I've experienced joy with over the years in travel that may be ready to do something exciting and different. And I think what it really comes from for me is too often we have these negative, terrible, unexpected things that come up in life or happen in life. And I truly want to be surprised.
And do the opposite. Have an opposite experience of that.
Yes, surprised in a joyous and good way. And I trust Marcia. I mean, she's an extremely experienced traveler. I mean, if I'm going to, no problem. And I said, if it is just me and Neil and Dewey, because I know Dewey's in, and Marcia and her husband, Chris, I said, if that's all that goes, then that's all that goes. But I want to put it out there for some of the people that have traveled with us to join us in this. And there'll be questionnaires and things like that. And the idea is I want to document the whole thing, document the why I want to do it, and sharing it all with all of you and bring everybody along for the trip. What else? Anybody have any questions about it or any thoughts about it? I know me and Dewey have talked about it a good bit. I'm looking at 2026. Not a particular month yet. I'm hopeful to do 7 to 10 days.
Okay. Well, while we are waiting for any and all questions to come in, and for you to come up with whatever else for information you have about this trip, let's have a look back at the comments. Let's see. Yeah. Dewey was saying that Mexico is loaded with all kinds of new and exciting memories and experiences. That is so true. That is absolutely true. And actually, I see here that Don and Heather are adding to that. Mexico, February 2021 was an awesome group trip.
It was fantastic.
With in capital letters Mexico after that. Yes. Like I said earlier, Mexico is still a destination, very much so actually, that is hugely tied to us and our channel.
And the funny thing is,
it always will be. I mean, we still love Mexico.
Even without
honestly.
us traveling very much anymore. Several times in the past couple of years, even when I've traveled with Judy, I've traveled with my son, different things. And I end up in Mexico. It's like, oh, I'm not going to Mexico. I'm going to go somewhere else.
And where do you end up?
Mexico. And I want to also point out on the last cruise that Dewey and I did, we did back-to-back Virgin cruises. And on the second cruise, they changed the itinerary. Okay. The first cruise was Key West and Bimini. And then the second one was supposed to be Costa Maya and Bimini. Well, they took Bimini off because of weather and put Cozumel. So I got 2 stops in Mexico because if there can be more Mexico for me, there will be.
Hey, look, here's another fellow traveler who has been with us all those years ago, Jamie Wilhite. I remember that name.
Do you?
Yeah. Definitely been in our live stream before.
Well, good to see you.
So welcome back, Jamie. Thank you so much for being here today. And then Blaine says, and of course, when y'all do this, we can't forget the Duchess of Drinks. Rest in peace, Megan, and do something on the trip special for her. I cannot imagine anything better when it comes to that than to have a toast in her honor. And unfortunately, for a couple others we have lost along the way that are unable to be with us here today. I'm referring specifically here to Gary Krebs and Robert Norris. Yes, we will definitely have like a toast in their name. Absolutely, Blaine. Let's see. Mary Ellen seems already enthusiastic about that. About the idea. And Dewey says it will be so nice to travel again with that initial excitement. So much of my travel has lost some of the excitement because I overplay and always know what I'm doing and where I'm doing it. Yeah, if that is the kind of trips you have been doing, Dewey, then no doubt this particular trip would change that. It would be a big game changer.
Like I said, for me too, a lot of it is kind of letting go of that and just going to enjoy without expectation, without overthinking. I mean, I know I like to travel. I know I like to go places, and the trip will be within the parameters of what we can do.
Right.
Like it's not going to be a bungee jumping tour of Australia because he won't go that far on a plane and I'm not doing the others. So that's not happening. I mean,
as much as I would like to see Australia, just that plane trip just seems so daunting to me. It's
that's
so
another
far.
thing over the last couple of years. We've gotten very serious about exactly what we want to do and what we don't want to do with travel.
So lessons that we learned. One is we don't need to go literally everywhere.
No, we don't. No.
We are selective.
We are selective.
There are places that we are legit interested in, and there are places that we're legit not interested in. It's that simple.
Because you can't afford to go everywhere.
No.
Mm-mm. So we are being a little more targeted in where we go. But we also still want adventure.
Quality over quantity.
Yeah. Definitely.
That's what we're shooting for.
Definitely.
I see another one who popped in the chat, another fellow traveler who is certainly no stranger to our live stream, Greg, Mr. Fried Rice.
There we go.
Welcome back. Great
Greg.
seeing you in here. Let's see. Blaine says, if it is a flight over 3 hours, those are tough. So I'm with you on that.
3 hours.
3 hours, yeah. Well, you know what? With as little like leg room as there is anymore in planes and all that, I totally understand that. I get that. And as a matter of fact, not too awful long, we were in the Netherlands to visit my family, and let me tell you this. This was a really long trip. I mean, it felt long. It wasn't that it was in absolute terms long, but it was how many days? 8 days. We stayed there.
Yeah, I like that.
But it was particularly noticeable on the flights because, like I said, there's hardly any leg room. you can't get comfortable, and at least I cannot get comfortable enough to sleep.
No, I never do.
So I effectively miss out on sleep, and well, then I'm pretty worthless. So I'm just being honest.
You know what, though? I will say, I think that the flight home was
That
more
was
difficult.
that was
that was a lot.
and that's odd because usually it's the flight there. Because when you go there, it typically is a flight in the evening.
Mhm.
That means that you kind of like travel forward in time. So by the time you get there, the morning has already begun there
Mhm.
because there's 6 hours time difference.
Other than Blaine, what is the furthest flight you're willing to take?
Yeah, let's take the pulse of our fellow travelers here and see what those amounts are. So for Blaine, it is 3 hours. He doesn't like the thought of anything over 3 hours. What is it for you?
Okay.
Oh, here we go. There's going to be an explanation.
It depends on so many things. Okay.
Well, on what?
First of all, how am I going? Okay. If I am flying there and taking a cruise ship back, okay, then I will invest more time into that flight because I'm cruising back. That's all good, right?
You could sleep on the ship, obviously.
Right. We're probably gonna have the first day or so at sea anyways. I'll sleep.
Right.
It's fine. So that would be fine with me. Now, if it is a trip that I have to hit the ground running, that's different.
Yeah.
I don't like to do that at all.
That makes two of us.
If direct, I would say 10 hours.
10.
10.
You're ambitious.
I am.
I mean, a length of flight like from here to Amsterdam, that seems long enough to me, and that's like 8 hours. Although with the tailwind we had on the way there, we did that in under 7 hours.
It was so
It was
weird.
crazy the speeds we were reaching up there.
Are people telling us?
Yep, let's have look back into the comments. That's okay. That's what I'm here for. Let's see. So Jamie is saying here, Jamie will hide that is because we have two Jamies in the chat. Looking forward to seeing Dewey in about 78 days. Apparently there some travel has been planned there. Then Blaine says, in response to the question you asked, it does depend on who he is with, where he is going, and he knows he will suffer for some destinations. Yeah, that cannot always be avoided. And particularly if you are interested in traveling to Europe, then that's a given. Europe, unless you're going to Ireland or the UK, don't expect anything under 8 hours.
Ireland. I want to go to Ireland. I've not been to Ireland.
Ireland, I would be most interested in going there. Anyone in here been to Ireland at all? Any experience with that? Let us know. Don and Heather from Texans Who Travel are saying that the idea does sound interesting, but what about also considering a Mexico reunion, a trip at the Rio Palace Peninsula? Okay. They really have good memories of that.
Yeah.
And that was a great trip.
That was a good trip.
Absolutely.
That was a great trip.
So what do you think of that?
Oh, I'll do that too. Sure.
I'll do that too.
Mexico! Yeah, it just happens. See, this is how it happens. This is how I end up with my ass in Mexico all the damn time.
I don't think either you or me would be against that idea.
No.
I mean, is it ever really a bad thing to go to an all-inclusive in Mexico? Honestly.
No, it's never.
It's not.
Never bad. No. We won't talk about Punta Cana, though. No. No
I think there is a reason why Punta Cana has not quite yet come up in the chat. I mean, we're getting all these memories like Mexico a lot, of course, but nobody has mentioned Punta Cana, and for good reason. No. That was awful.
No, we don't need to do that again.
No.
None of us.
We'll stay with Mexico.
Would you like hives? No.
Oh. Oh, that was awful.
It was terrible.
I'm just glad we made it home.
We did, and everybody, it was fine. It was fine. We were together. It was good.
Yeah.
10 hours. Where'd you go? It took 10 hours.
That would be Greg. Greg says his longest flight was 10 hours. And where did that take you? Blaine says he agrees. He has Germany on his list one day, so I know it's a long flight. Yes, Germany is definitely not around the corner from here. But the benefit of Germany is that you will find direct flights from the East Coast that fly straight to places like Frankfurt, particularly. I mean, I do believe Frankfurt is Germany's biggest airport. And perhaps even Munich. I know there are direct flights, I think from DC to Munich. Let's see. Then Mary Ellen says that she loves Ireland. She's been twice there and plans to go back next year already. Awesome. Okay, so
she's traveling way more than we are. We're like hardly traveling at all anymore. But we work out in the house a lot.
Yeah. Our focus has been on entirely different things. But yeah, so Mary Ellen, what in particular about Ireland stands out to you? Let's have a conversation about that. Jamie says, if it is a dream trip for me, I'll do any length of travel. All right, so now we need to know, what do you consider a dream trip? Dawn and Heather agree. Yeah. They
never.
They underscore what we just said. No Punta Cana, never ever. Do we? Well, the emojis speak volumes here. Punta Cana ? And then all kinds of bad juju there. Then Greg says that the 10-hour flight that he did was to Copenhagen, Denmark. All right. Now, that is a city that neither me nor Kimberly has been to yet. So if you can share a little bit about Copenhagen, that would be great. Anything, I'm going to ask you the question I asked Mary Ellen for Ireland. Is there anything about Copenhagen that really stood out to you? Mary Ellen is going to be actually all over Europe in 2025. Good for you. Nice. And then Dewey says, if I can find the right sugar daddy, I'll take a flight of any length. If we have a private jet.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Well, you know.
Yeah, private jets or private jets.
Dewey likes to travel in style. Mary Ellen then says that her family is from Ireland. It's beautiful and the people are amazing. Yeah, I've heard good things about the Irish and their hospitality. Absolutely. So that would accentuate that. Margie Butcher says that she flew from Phoenix to LA to New York to Paris when she was 16.
Oh my.
Since there was no direct flight to Europe from Phoenix at the time. Now, granted, this was 1970. But wow, Phoenix. Let me think. Phoenix to LA first, so you're going in the opposite direction. Then LA to New York. Then you go across the U.S.
Yeah.
And then from there on to Paris to cross the Atlantic. I mean, how are you still alive? How did you survive this? That long of a trip? I mean, did you manage to sleep at all? Mary Ellen got 3 cruises in Europe coming. Well, that would explain why you would be all over Europe.
We've only done 1 cruise in Europe. We've only done Norway.
Yes. I think we what did we do with Norway? Did we post 1 picture about that?
I
think we've actually posted 1 or 2 pictures about that.
I think, and I had a short or something on Facebook. A reel.
Okay. Then let's see. Greg says that he likes Copenhagen a lot, just a nice place to visit, but just don't rush to see the Little Mermaid statue. That I have heard of.
It's very small.
Yeah, you've heard of the Little Mermaid statue? Yeah.
It's not what people think.
It's. I wonder, is it kind of like overhyped, like the fiddle in Sydney, Canada?
Okay, nothing is the fiddle in Sydney, Canada.
Do we need to discuss Sydney, Canada?
Okay. Since we have had our last live stream, we've also celebrated our 10th anniversary.
Yes, we have.
Yeah, we've been married 10 years. Actually, we're working on 11.
11 is coming up like very soon here, like this month. Yes.
Yeah, it's a couple days actually.
But yeah, so 10th anniversary.
Yes. And apparently there was some type of curse associated with our 10th anniversary that no one ever told us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything we tried to do for our 10th anniversary went completely to shit.
Yeah. And that's without exaggerating.
No, there's no exaggeration there. We decided to do a cruise.
Well, we decided to just do a nice dinner.
No, that was after the cruise.
Oh, was that after the cruise? Okay.
The cruise was in October, and we went with my friend Tracy, and his sister Lindsay joined.
Mm-hmm.
So that was her first cruise, very exciting. And, we always love MSC. So we took an MSC Meraviglia cruise, New York, and we were going New England. Love New England. Give Lindsay a little chance to see some of America too, learn a little bit about history in that region.
Yep.
All good. I just don't know what happened on that cruise to the staff, but they weren't nice people.
They got rabies. I mean, they did.
Terrible.
For crying out loud, Kimberly got yelled at for just a simple request at the steakhouse, people.
I did.
I mean, come on.
I did. I'm like, oh my God, it's Punta Cana.
No steak, lady.
It was terrible. Well, then I go, okay, well, then then there was one particular excursion I wanted to go on, and it was to see the mansions in Rhode Island. It was to see breakers and all that. And I'm like a Gilded Age fan, like the show, the whole thing, and that whole aesthetic. Oh my God, I wanted to go. We didn't get to go because they didn't let us off the boat because they put us in a hole and left us there to die. And then
imagine this: you're basically being stowed away like you're just a piece of baggage or
there's
garbage.
a whole group of us that they just didn't let off the boat.
No announcements.
No.
Nobody went around and gave us updates about anything. We
And
were
I
just
kept saying,
the infinite waiting room.
Yes. So finally we ended up missing the excursion, of course.
Yes.
And anyways, and then on the actual day of our anniversary, we decided we were going to stay on board and we were going to get massages and enjoy the
spa,
and the thermal suite and all of that. And that all went pretty well. And actually, I'm still friends with the lady who gave me my massage. We're still friends on Facebook. Wilma, hi, Wilma.
Yep.
Well, anyways, but the day itself was just terrible. And then that's when I got yelled at the steakhouse as well. And then there was problems with the weather. And we ended up spending not 1, but 2 days in Sydney, Canada.
Yeah.
And
because not 1, but like 2 or 3 destinations got canceled because of it.
Because of weather. And so we're on the boat and everybody's cranky because they stay in Sydney, Canada. So they can't open the casino or the shops.
Now, I don't know if any of you have ever been in Sydney, Canada, but if you haven't, good, you're not missing anything.
Not a whole lot.
There is nothing. There is really, I mean, if you stay on the boat, you have a nice view, I'll say that. But,
I mean, and the people seem nice. I mean, okay.
But all there is like
this 2 days there.
This stupid fiddle that I just play. It's like, oh, this way we have something to show.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like a watered down version of The Little Mermaid in Copenhagen.
That's where this all started. And then we went, yeah. Okay, what else did people say?
Yeah, there are definitely a bunch more comments coming in.
I had seen 12.
Yeah, I had seen it. Yeah,
more than
I'm surprised.
Predicted.
Yeah, we thought that it was going to top out at 10 or so. But yeah, we definitely have already passed that.
I thought Dewey was coming. I mean, that was good. I knew Dewey was coming.
Okay, so Mary Ellen said that Norway is next on her list. Yes, and it should be, Mary Ellen. Absolutely. Norway, beautiful, beautiful country. And it's very much like a nature country. If you're a fan of nature like me, then yeah, definitely Norway. When you're sailing through the fjords, it will kind of remind you of Alaska. I know you've done Alaska. Even though I think they are very comparable in terms of natural beauty. Absolutely. Definitely. Phenomenal country to go to. Jamie says, I want to go back to Germany where I lived twice, and I would like to go to England to research my ancestry. My maiden name is Newby, and there is a bridge and township with the same name. Well, that would be a very different kind of trip.
That'd be nice. You know what? I love London. It's
London is great.
One of my favorite
I have very fond memories of London.
Yeah. And you know what? I like the food.
Yeah, neither one of us saw that coming, but
it doesn't have the reputation, but it should. And I'm not talking just like the new fusion type of stuff. I'm talking I like traditional English food. I like
Well,
a
hold
meat
on.
pie. Give me a meat pie.
I'm going to interrupt you right there because Borough Market.
Oh my God, that's so good.
That is not exactly traditional food.
No, but
And you did have some taste.
But I like the experience there. Yeah. Okay.
So, but yeah, London, and actually, if you think logically about it, London is a city with between 8 and 9 million residents. You'd be crazy to believe that there isn't going to be good food anywhere that you would like. Then Dewey is saying he would like to travel to Poland with his cousin who knows the country and can speak the language so that he can explore his roots as well. Okay, so we're seeing like a little trend here about traveling places for heritage reasons. Interesting. Poland, we have discussed Poland sometimes.
We have definitely discussed.
We've never been there.
No, but it's definitely something we would consider.
Warsaw, obviously, Gdansk, like up north, that is actually a cruise port. If we were to ever do a Baltic cruise, I'm fairly certain we'll stop there, and I'm very interested in that city. And then there's the salt mines, like in the south of Poland.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so definitely enough to see in Poland. Greg says nope, and yes, it is overhyped. The statue might be almost waist high.
Yeah, I know.
Like I said, it's like the fiddle in Sydney, Canada. No, although the fiddle is actually bigger than that. Yeah. Don and Heather congratulating us on our 10 years. Thank you so much. And look over here. We mentioned Australia earlier, and this cannot possibly be coincidence.
They heard us. They just did. They heard us.
Sean and Ilana, welcome back, guys, from the land down under. Great to have you on board once again after all that time. Mary Ellen is doing her next, or actually her first MSC cruise next year.
You know what? I gotta say this.
I really hope that's going to work out for you, Mary Ellen.
I've been on 10 MSC cruises. And out of 10, every now and then on a cruise, you're always going to have somebody who will just say they don't fit in, or you don't get the service you want, or this doesn't go as planned. But that's with anything in life. It is what it is. But one really bad cruise with them, just one. And I got to say, out of all the cruises I've been on, that's the only one that I could say was really that bad. Other than that, and that's with all the cruise lines. That was the only one that I say, I wouldn't repeat it. But other than that.
Fair enough. Margie Butcher also wishing us happiest of anniversaries. Thank you. I appreciate that for sure. Let's see, some meetings and greetings there. Margie is actually heading to Norway in 2026. So looks like there is more than one in the live stream today that are headed to Norway. Yeah, like I said earlier, you're not going to regret that.
No,
it is a stunning country.
You know what? When you're in Norway, whenever y'all go to Norway, just take a moment and breathe.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Here we go again.
Okay, I sound like a crazy person, but it's okay. But just do this. Take a moment and really breathe and feel and smell how clean the air is. It's like it smells like the world was supposed to smell like before we screwed it up. And it's just so fresh and so clean, and they have like no pollution. They have, what was it, like 98% electric cars or something.
Oh, they are quite advanced with that technology, yes.
And you walk around and you look and everything's clean and you smell it and you can smell the difference. You really can.
I was also surprised, what was the one stop? I think it was in a place called Flom. Yes, that's how they pronounce it, Flom. And we took a train trip there into the mountains. Remember that?
Yes.
And we learned on this train trip that the train had actually been electrified since, the 40s?
Uh-huh.
It was like the 40s, and it was already electrified. And that's quite advanced for that time. So, but yeah, Norway is full of like surprises like that, for sure. Mary Ellen then says about, what did I see? I think the Great Barrier Reef will be similar to Alaska too. We were not there, so I cannot tell you whether or not that is true, but it very well could be.
Yeah, she's going to Australia. Great.
Greg actually saw the fiddle in Sydney. Yeah, Well, you tell us, Greg. Did you find the fiddle more impressive than the Little Mermaid in Copenhagen? Marianne says MSC World America, a friend is on the inaugural cast. There you go.
Okay.
Blaine goes, breathing is a good thing. LOL. It sure is. Sean and Lana are saying, so Kim and Neil, stop threatening and get down there and check us out. We are having a freezing cold Christmas, 26 degrees Celsius. Now, 26 Celsius, that is almost 80 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's like 20 degrees here. It's
and that's Fahrenheit.
Cold.
It has been
so cold.
We're having a little bit of a cold snap up here.
Mhm.
That's okay because we have had a blistering summer here.
We have not.
Oof, very hot. Let's see. Craig says yes, the air was very crisp, clean air. Loved it in Norway. So Craig is familiar with that.
Mhm.
Okay. In the meantime, have you thought of anything else you would like to add to your information about the surprise trip?
Okay, like I said, right now it is just the beginning phases. The plan is really to kind of, I'm hoping it'll be in 2026. That's where we want to put it. If I've reached out to you, you'll probably be getting a questionnaire from me coming real soon. If you're interested in joining, hopefully, if you're not at the live, you'll at least see the live, watch it later, see what it was about, or contact me. I'd like to be able to do videos up until then and do some lives up until then about the journey, about getting to the surprise trip. If we get a nice enough group to go, like a big enough group, I would be open to doing lives on other people's channels to kind of everybody enjoy it together. Dewey and I have talked about doing some game shows where maybe we could win clues to the destination.
Gotta be careful with clues, though, because we have a lot of well-traveled people in our community.
I
If the
know.
clue is too easy, it's going to give it
Marsha
away.
would really have to be careful with that.
Very, yes, very.
But I think it'd be good for a lot of fun. And I think with everything that all the negative and all the overwhelming surprises, it would be so wonderful to have this absolutely amazing surprise and to be able to share it, to know something wonderful is going to happen. And I keep thinking about the idea of sitting there at a restaurant or whatever and not knowing where I'm going and knowing that I needed to pack for winter or summer or spring, because that we will know, because we have to, because you can't go naked unless it's that kind of trip. And then we'll know that too. And
will we now?
I want to see if he was listening to me.
Well, I think I passed your test.
He's paying attention.
Yay me.
Anyways, so I'll have my bag, and it'll have, everything packed, and we won't know. And then Marshall will tell us where we're going. And we'll have the reveal, and then we'll get our folders with all of our itinerary and our travel documents and everything all ready to go. Can you imagine how incredible that would be?
I think Kimberly is a little bit excited just about the idea by itself.
I am, and so is Dewey. Aren't you excited, Dewey? Dewey?
Oh, he is out there. Yeah. He's out there. All right. I saw some activity in the chat, so let's have a look back in the chat. I mean, that is one thing that I think will always stay the same in our live streams. We focus a lot on the comments. Let's have a look. Craig said that, yes, it was more exciting to see the fiddle in Sydney, Canada, than it was to see the Little Mermaid statue in Copenhagen. Wow.
That's good information.
So
that
now
is good information, Greg.
I have really low expectations, if I ever get to see it, of the Little Mermaid in Copenhagen. Okay. And look who came in. Another one of our moderators. Where is she? Where is she?
Did I see Cindy?
Yeah, you did see Cindy from Spike's Crazy Adventures. Oh my
Cindy!
goodness.
Hi!
Welcome, welcome. It has been forever, hasn't it? Like I pointed out earlier in the stream, more than 2 years since our last live stream. I actually looked it up. But so glad that you could find your way back to us in here, just like so many others. That's incredible, guys. That is absolutely incredible. So, Cindy, how have you been? Have you been traveling at all? What have you been up to? What's been going on? Let's have a
We
look.
have 13 people.
I see that. That's already outdoing our expectations.
You mean the expectation of me, you and Dewey having a chat?
Something like that. Cindy is already having a good laugh over your new travel comment and putting me to the test. Jamie seems interested in the surprise trip, but she says we'll have to watch the live on replay. Yeah, there's going to be a replay of this live stream, so yes, it will be there for you whenever you need it. What was Eric B saying here?
Mexico!
Yes!
We're not going there. That's not the surprise trip, because that wouldn't be a surprise to go to Mexico with me, would it? No.
But there is always a chance of us going to Mexico. I
Just
mean,
because
like Don and Heather said earlier too. I mean, so many good memories about Mexico.
I will say something.
What?
There is a possibility of me being able to possibly get away for a weekend in February.
A weekend?
Oh, maybe 5 days.
Well, we'd have to see about that then. But yeah, that there's always, with us, I guess, always a chance that we end up in Mexico some way, somehow. Dewey says, just the idea has me full of goosebumps and excitement.
I know!
And then Anthony, look at that. Here is a little something.
Oh,
I miss you
so
guys. Love you
sweet
guys.
of you
Thank you so much,
guys.
Anthony. Yeah, that's right. A super chat.
Yeah.
This is what they look like. Did you remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You can do that. If you're in a live stream, you can actually.
Thank you,
so thank you so much, Anthony. We very much
have no
appreciate
clips
that.
to show
No,
you.
like I said, if you just joined, please understand we have not been doing this for 2 years. We have no more StreamYard. I don't have any clips to play. I'm just glad that the camera works and the microphone works.
It's like, I have an idea and I want to do something. He's like, what?
So, but yeah, that doesn't mean, of course, that we're not grateful for your super chat, Anthony. So
Yes,
thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Cindy says, Neil, I love the hair, and Kim, you look amazing. Well, thank you so much for the kind words. Very much appreciate that, Cindy. Blaine says, speaking of chat, I remember that game we used to play where y'all picked a word each and we made a sentence.
All
yes,
roads lead to travel.
Blaine, that was all roads lead to travel indeed. And
Eric B wrote to me and said, no matter what, we can't play that.
I think he said that, didn't he?
It was Eric B. He
Eric-
wrote to me and he said, no matter
no,
what,
you cannot do this.
we cannot play all
No.
roads lead to travel. He
No.
said, no matter what,
That's-
please do not.
No, that it only upsets people. Nobody is laughing.
It only upsets Eric B.
It only
mostly.
leads to stern faces. That's right. What face did you make? All right. Hey, look over here. Daniel Fields.
Hey!
Holy moly.
How
How's
many
it going,
years
guys?
has it been since you tried to kill me in the car?
Oh, jeez. Okay. I think our fellow travelers will need a little bit of a background story about this now.
That was so funny.
All right. Tell them what happened.
Oh my gosh. We were so fortunate that they picked us up, him and Nancy, from our cruise when we were in California. And they were so kind to show us a bit of LA.
That
which
was great.
fantastic.
I have very, very fond memories of that trip, actually.
I don't
Meeting up
know-
with them.
But
Absolutely.
I don't know what happened when we got in the car with Daniel. All of a sudden, he decided he should drive through all the stop signs. And finally, he just stopped and he said, I'm really not trying to kill you. Oh my God, it was so much fun.
Daniel says that they're at a bar for the football game now. We'll have to rewatch.
Okay.
That's perfectly cool, Daniel. But hey, so
you.
thank you so much for
That's
at least
sweet to
popping
see
in and
you.
say hi. Say hi to Nancy from us too, by the way.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Oh, I think I know what this is about. You're laughing too much, aren't you?
Yes, I know. My nose is running.
Oh boy, it's just me at this time right now.
They can see that.
I know they can see that. I'm just not sure if I remember how to navigate a live stream if it is just me, but we'll find out, I suppose.
What do you mean?
Well, usually it's all about me and you talking and having conversation with everyone, and now it's just me blabbing on. Anyways, I'm just gonna go to the comments here, see what's going on. Cindy says, in response to my question, we have been on a couple of cruises, and I did actually vlog the last one in November, so I still have to edit them. Okay, that's cool. So where did your cruise take you? Anthony Simone says that he also misses All Roads Lead to Travel. You know what? That was a fun game.
That was. Like I said, that's what I kind of want to do with this too, is with the surprise trip, is maybe have like live streams once or twice a month. And if Dewey wants to do something that we can do a game show or something pertaining to this, we might be able to do that. I mean, I'm open to ideas. This is the beginning of this idea, and the whole surprise trip idea. And I'm just so excited. Like I said, I got the idea and it felt really right. It felt right, like Mexico.
Like Mexico, right? Oh, that's serious. If it feels
serious.
right like Mexico does, that's really serious.
Yes, definitely.
All right, let's see what else is going on. Eric says Amsterdam, but he's going there in May. Okay, well, about Amsterdam.
We just got back from there.
Yes, and there have been some developments there.
There's a lot of bicycles.
First of all, some geniuses decided that it is a good idea to have all the vehicles in Amsterdam drive at the speed of slightly less than 20 miles an hour. That's right.
The whole city.
Just a mere 20 miles an hour. So don't plan on going anywhere fast by car. That's for starters.
That's not going to happen.
Second, there has also been some. I've seen this come by in the news, and it seems to be confirmed that Amsterdam is really getting fed up with travelers and tourists. And one of the things they want to do away with, which I think is ludicrous, is the canal cruises. That is one of the best ways to actually see the cities. Me and Kimberly have actually done one. Mm-hmm. And they give you great information and everything, but I guess they don't want all that revenue from people traveling.
There anymore either.
They don't want the cruise ships anymore either. They plan on by, 2035, they want to be done with that. Mm-hmm. There's some really crazy people there.
They're all going to Rotterdam is what's happening.
And Rotterdam is going to laugh its rear end off because that's the second city of the Netherlands, and they're gonna have a good laugh over that. They will gladly take Amsterdam's business. I guarantee it.
Did we go out of Rotterdam and into Amsterdam? When we
yes,
Norway?
That one we did Norway. Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay, Craig is saying here that the cab driver that took them to see the Little Mermaid statue actually started laughing as we drove to the area to go see it. We asked him why he was laughing.
You'll see.
And then he figured it out. He says, we got the joke as we walked to see it. Yep. Anthony says, you're welcome anytime. Let's see. Eric B doesn't even know about All Roads Lead to Travel. He said, what's All Roads?
Yeah, and
he's never heard of it. No, he hasn't. Daniel says, I didn't kill you. No. True that, Daniel. True that. You didn't. She's still here. Cindy says, do you guys still have the little dog?
Yeah,
Eddie. Oh, yes, we still have him.
He's
just not around at this time for us to pull him up here.
Yeah,
but he's definitely here somewhere in the house. He's doing good, by the way. Very much at home with us. So, yep. Then Cindy saying they went to this was about the cruise they did. Costa Maya, Belize, and of course
Mexico.
Mexico. Nice. Always good to be back in Cozumel. Just Mexico in general, but Cozumel, always great. Remember that tequila tasting we did there? What are you laughing about? You're seeing something that I haven't seen yet, are you?
I'm just happy.
I thought you saw something in the chat.
Happy.
Okay.
Is it suspicious that I'm happy?
Well, no, but it seemed like you were staring at something in the chat. So I'm like, okay, I'm missing
I'm just
something
sitting here
apparently.
being happy.
Okay, I'm glad you are. Good. Anthony says, Kim and Neil, will you ever go back to doing live every week like you used to do?
No.
Ooh, I doubt that, Anthony.
You know
I
what?
doubt that. That's.
I'm working now too. I'm working another job. I still do some of the travel agency stuff for people, and I'm also working a job as well. I work for a historic theater, and I house manage there and things, and do the box office. And I'm very, very happy.
You love it there.
I'm very happy, very involved, and it takes a good bit of my time, and I'm happy with that. And I'm very happy right now with my work balance. It's good. And I'm excited to do this new project.
New project, it sure is. Let's see. Daniel says, gotta drop, have a great night. Don't wait 2 years in capital letters. All right, my friends. Thank you so much for stopping by. And hopefully we will see you again. Mary Ellen is off to the show.
Yeah, have a good time.
Enjoy, and thanks so much for popping by. What else? Because we have done some travels that we didn't really document.
No.
For starters, one thing that I think we should discuss is celebrity cruise lines that we got to try out for the first time when we went to Norway.
Yeah. Okay, now I really liked it, but I'm going to say this. I didn't feel well on that trip. So the first day or so, I just slept. I wasn't as active as I normally am, but I will say I loved the room. The room was fantastic.
Yes, it was the Apex, wasn't it? We were on. Yeah, so I don't know if you're familiar with the Celebrity Apex, but if you are, it has these balcony rooms that are unlike conventional balcony rooms in that there is basically a large window you can open by pushing a button.
Yeah, we loved it.
So that gives you like an indoor-outdoor area, and for a trip like to Norway, or for if you were to go to Alaska for that matter,
it would be good for there too. But
excellent.
It would be really good. Yeah. And we did more buffet on that one. And I don't know, everybody who does celebrity always says, oh my gosh, the buffet. Our buffet wasn't that great. I don't know if it's different when it's in Europe than it is when it's in the States. I said, I do want to try celebrity again because the food on that trip was okay, but it wasn't what I was expecting because everybody raves. So, maybe my expectation was too high.
I will say this. The Celebrity Apex left me, except for the room. I will say the room was great. But other than that, with as much hyped up as we had been about Celebrity and, you should try Celebrity, we were kind of like underwhelmed. It wasn't anything too special. We hardly got to go to any shows, I don't think.
Okay. We could have went to more shows. Neil didn't like the shows. Neil prefers different kinds of shows. They were a lot of tribute shows.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't do that.
He doesn't like that. So that makes a difference.
That does make a difference, I suppose. So that was what it was. Yeah, it's been a while. And then there was, of course, the one time that we were going to do that mixology thing, and then they denied us.
Well, yes, that was all a mess. They need to fix that.
Very poor organization. Yeah, like I said, and just the vibe on the ship, it's not quite our jam, I don't think.
I don't know. I was sick.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, that as far as the Celebrity Apex is concerned. Let's see, any other comments coming in? Cindy here is saying, sounds like the perfect job for you about your new job at the theater.
I'm very happy.
How exciting. And then Jamie says, it's just fabulous to see both your sweet face and what you've been doing. Well, thank you so much, Jamie. We appreciate that. Anthony writes that he tried MSC last year for the first time.
Did you have fun?
On the Meraviglia to Bermuda.
Did you like it?
Okay, Anthony, so I gotta ask you, so how was that? Did you like that? Blaine says, great to see you all as always. Gonna head out as we have a few things to do. Then a Christmas work party tomorrow. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. Glad you all are well. Right back at you, Blaine, and thank you so much for joining. Merry Christmas to you also, and Happy New Year in advance. Eric says that he wants to try Virgin. Okay, this
I love it.
Virgin Cruise Line, that's all Kimberly.
I love it. It's fantastic. You won't be disappointed. It's all good. Food's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. It's adult only. No little kids. A lot of fun. I always enjoy my Virgin cruises. I will say this though. My next trip will not be a Virgin cruise. As much as I like it, I am done with it for now.
And why is that?
Because they don't change the shows enough.
Mm.
And I've been on 6 of them now. And they don't change the menus. And after 6 of them, I'm like, I'm ready for a little different. Now, I'm not saying I won't go back to Virgin because I love Virgin. I will go back to it. Just not as often, maybe.
Fair enough. Let's see. So Anthony is raving about his cruise on the Meraviglia that took him to Bermuda. He says he loved it. The food was so good. He booked an inside, ended up with a balcony.
Oh, how nice, Anthony.
That is great. That is great. And Bermuda, we have been there too, but that has been quite some time ago. I want to say 2016.
Were we?
8 years ago now.
That's when we went on to Baltimore.
Yes, we did.
That was nice.
Yeah. Bermuda, very great memories of that place too. It's beautiful there. Very interesting things to go do and see out that way for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, as far as the MSC Meraviglia is concerned, it is a beautiful ship.
It's gorgeous.
I mean, the staff may not always be fantastic, but the ship itself, can't argue it's a gorgeous ship.
It was great. Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful as far as that's concerned. And we've had, and the funny thing is me, Dewey, and Neil did a Meraviglia trip, Caribbean, and we loved it. And the ship was great, and the staff was great. I just don't know what happened. I have no idea what happened.
But we're still kind of trying to figure that out to this day. It makes no sense. It doesn't add up.
No.
Sean and Ilana are saying it is Friday afternoon and lunch is over. We'll catch you later. Nice to see you, folks. Well, thank you so much. Very much appreciate you popping by all the way from Australia. And yeah, likewise, of course. Great seeing you here as well. And we'll see you next time. Yeah, what else have we been up to? We've been... What else have we been up to? Well, there's, of course, me and my AI publishing.
Yeah, I've been publishing.
Yeah. That's something that I got into now in AI publishing. So basically, it is writing books, but with help of AI. Now, to demystify something right off the bat, that doesn't mean that I click one button and the AI tools do everything for me right there and then. There is definitely much more involved with that.
There's a lot of work
in order to publish a good quality book. So I did a course for that. Found it very interesting. Ended up publishing a couple books. Well, actually, I should honestly say 1.5 book. The first one really was an experiment to figure out if that would something be that I was going to enjoy. Well, that turned out to be the case. Then I ended up getting all kinds of stuff to continue this road. And well, I hope to soon start on my 3rd book here. So we'll see where that is going to go. Well, of course, there's been the work on the house. There's been a lot of work on the house. Maybe you've seen some of the pictures Kimberly has shared left and right on Facebook. But we got a new kitchen in the meantime. We got many areas that have been painted, and it was much needed.
We got a new kitchen.
Wallpaper behind us, that is new.
Yes.
What else?
So much.
There's been all kinds of things, really.
Yeah.
It's just so little of it really had to do with travel this time.
Yeah.
But that's just how it went. I mean, a day only has 24 hours, so you can only do so much in those 24 hours.
Yeah. I do want to say this too, is I saw there was 10 and then there was 12 people in here, and I'm not seeing the chat move. Somebody say something. I want to know who's all in here. I'm seeing 11 people, and I know I'm saying we have lurkers.
Lurkers. You
There
think
are
we have
lurkers.
Could
So
Do we
if
have
you're-
first-time lurkers?
I think we have lurkers. And I think if you don't know what a lurker is, then you need to say hello. Say hello.
Dewey says that the Meraviglia was his first MSC and still his favorite.
See? I don't know what happened.
He says we are so entranced in your dialogue that we are speechless.
Who said that?
Dewey.
Dewey!
Yeah, okay.
You have us on that big giant screen, don't you? That gotta be terrifying.
Cindy says, I'm just listening to you. I'm so happy you're here. Miss you all so much. It is truly great to see you as well, Cindy. Absolutely. And it's good to be back, really. It is good to be back. And check in with everyone here. What are you seeing now? Or are you just being happy again?
I'm seeing that.
You're seeing what? RVBFE. Hey guys, wow, Neil, you go away for 2 years to come back. Jesus. But seriously, you're both looking great. Well, thank you so much. Very much appreciate that. Yeah. Imposter J.
Yeah, it happened.
Anyways, I have to be honest here. You probably changed the name of your channel. So is there a name of your channel that you had before? Because I cannot pick out immediately who this great comment was by, and I would like to know. Eric says, I'm multitasking. He's watching and working the high school football state championship. I wouldn't miss the return for anything. Well, hey, sometimes you have to multitask. You're probably much better at that than I am. I really don't do all multitasking. Every time I try, it miserably fails. I can only do one thing at a time, and that's that.
But that's okay.
It's just what it is. Margie says, Neil, you do look like an actor. Get into acting. me in acting. I doubt that's a good idea, but
thank you.
But I appreciate the comment for sure. Gee, what else has been going on? I'm trying to think here because there has been some travel.
I traveled with Dewey. I went with Tracy.
You know what? I did like that little trip we did in Florida, even though it was just to renew the passport. But we got to go to a very nice restaurant for lunch. I think it was at the water there.
Oh, that was so nice, Dewey. What the heck was that, Dewey? That was so good. I put pictures on Facebook on that one. That was really good.
Our VBFE, in response to my question, we were Adventures in Xanadu. Miss you guys. Now that name I remember.
We know that name.
And now I also know, it all makes sense. That comment coming from you.
Makes sense.
So glad you're back. That's awesome. That's really awesome. Cindy then says, so a little about us. Doug and I divorced in July, got remarried in November on the cruise, and it's been better than ever.
I'm very happy for you.
Cindy, you know what? As long as
you're happy,
you're happy, and Doc is happy,
everybody's
and
happy.
It all works out. And that's what it's all about, right?
It was so funny. It was a couple of years. Well, it's more than a couple of years ago at this point. I ran into a friend of mine that I've known since high school, and her husband had been together for many years. Not because they wanted to be, but because it was a practical thing to be together. And they've been trying to get divorced actually for years. And I ran into her, and I had known this, and I hadn't seen her in a while. And she looked at me, was very excited. She goes, oh my God, I'm so glad I saw you. I got divorced. And I'm like, oh my God, congratulations. And if people would have heard that conversation, they would have thought we were insane. But it was a very good thing. It's perspective, I mean, sometimes things happen and then they work out really well. So, and she's happy and you're happy and hopefully everyone else is.
Like I said, that's all that matters. So
Tiki, that was it. Tiki.
Yes, that's right. Along the waterfront, Tiki. Yeah, it's just really nice place to just hang out too. I like that. Yeah, that was a very cool place. But yeah, a little bit more about the curse of our 10th anniversary.
Is there more?
There was more, actually.
Oh, there was more.
Because like we discussed before, we did end up just spending 2 days in not so exciting Sydney, Canada, on a cruise on which so many things went wrong.
And everything did go wrong. And it wasn't just the cruise line's fault; it was our faults too. I mean, things like alarms not going off, wrong time.
It was like
it was just
Murphy's Law through and through.
It was a lot. It was a lot.
That's for sure.
And then we had our anniversary in December, and we're like, and it's been almost a year. And Neil went, and I'm not going to say the name of the place. And Neil went to the place, and it's here in downtown Greensburg. Very nice place. Reserved a specific table.
I did.
Which I thought was so sweet.
I handpicked the table.
He handpicked the table. And
got a confirmed reservation.
Everything. And this is weeks in advance. And we had been having, life at that point had been difficult for a while. We had been going through a lot, and I think that we really were looking forward to that meal.
We were.
And that 10th anniversary, that celebration, considering how the cruise went.
And no matter what, at least we got that.
Yeah, we got that. We can do dinner. We can do dinner in our little city. We can do this.
Yeah.
And we get to the restaurant. Dressed up. He's dressed up. And they gave our table away.
Yeah, they just handed our table away just like that.
And
like, oh yeah, well, you can wait at the bar.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, okay. And not even, we'll give you a drink, you can wait at the
bar. No.
Or we're so sorry it was an accident or anything. No. Oh, well. Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. So I said, okay, we're leaving.
Well, you actually got attitude to boot from the one guy.
The one, I don't know what he was, came out and he's like, well, you can wait. I'm like, excuse me? Okay. We were on time. In fact, we were like,
he was acting like it was our fault.
Yeah, we were like 10 minutes early. And he's like, well, you can wait. And then his whole attitude towards us, like we were inconveniencing them by being there.
Yeah.
And we had a reservation.
Yeah, like confirmed reservation, black on white, everything.
So I'm like, okay, this isn't the energy that we need for our anniversary. Thank you, but no, thank you.
We turned around and left.
We just left. And so there we are in the car on a Friday evening with no reservations. And we went to another restaurant that is actually walking distance from our house, just right up the street, Jay Cork's. And Neil went in.
And I kind of begged him on my knees to save our evening. Because what else was I going to do?
Which apparently, they had a table and they're like, we can seat you right away. And so
I wiped sweat off my forehead.
Yeah, he comes on, gets me. We go in and we proceeded having a wonderful meal. Absolutely wonderful.
I think, and I maintain that we came out on top of that.
We did. We really did. I really feel that we did. And
now we know where to go for any further celebrations.
Yes. It was absolutely wonderful. The food was great. And you know what? It has a nice vibe to it. And the people are nice.
For sure. So yeah, we did manage to make that into something despite some initial difficulties. Then in the Netherlands, there was a celebration.
Oh yeah, this was fun though. This was fun. It's his family wanted to do something for us for our 10th anniversary.
Yeah.
And we went over and we got to see them, and they did have a party for us. And we were very fortunate that his aunts, his uncles, cousins,
the whole family has shown up. Out of everyone who was 30, invited, everyone has shown up, and nobody was expecting that.
36 people?
I don't know,
something like that.
A lot.
And it was great. Unfortunately, they had screwed up the reservation at the restaurant. His sister and his mom managed to, because we had no idea. No. We didn't know what was going on. We had no idea about anything. So we were very surprised. But we got there and they had about all these people crammed in this little tiny space because they had deleted our reservation and then had to rehome us here. into the space that was too small. But as far as our 10th anniversary curse goes, if that was the worst of it, I said that's fine because we got to see everybody. We had a fantastic meal, and it's a restaurant that we do love. We love this restaurant.
Yeah, we've been there before.
Yeah.
It's like maybe we should explain a little
It's
bit
a
how it
tapas
works.
restaurant.
It's kind of like Dutch tapas, but not
it's
quite
tapas.
Dutch.
Because it's more
So
tapas.
the way it works is like you order like from a menu multiple times and as many times as you want, basically. When it comes to that, it almost reminds you a little bit of a Brazilian steakhouse, but not quite.
Mhm.
But you just fill out on the card what you want. They go get it, and then you get little bites to eat. And well, if you want more, then you get something different, perhaps on the menu. So you get a very. I don't think you can get variation quite like that anywhere else, really, in any other kind of restaurant. The normal restaurant, you just order one meal. That's that. But over there, it's like multiple different courses. You can have multiple different desserts if you want. And the location is great too. Like near. Like they have like the waterfront there too.
Mhm.
It's beautiful.
So I don't think we're going to stay on much longer. I think we
No.
said everything we have to say.
Yeah, I think so too.
And it was great seeing everybody. And now the next step for the surprise trip, I will be posting things. I'm probably going to set up a Facebook group for those that we have reached out to that have traveled with us before. Like I said, I see this trip being a small group, maybe 25 people. I've reached out to people that we've traveled with before or people that we already know because of the nature of this trip. Because it needs to be a well-balanced trip. It needs to be, because, you're not going to enjoy it if you say, I'm going to go on a bungee jumping trip.
Right, yeah.
This is not your trip. And with it being a surprise and that being the nature of it, I want people to be happy with the surprise. I don't want people to be unhappy with the surprise. So I think that's why that's kind of essential. What do you think? You agree? Yeah.
That.
Anybody have any questions?
Yeah.
Or
if you have any
before we go,
comments, questions
about the surprise
on
trip,
the surprise trip or whatever, let us
what
know
we should
now.
call it.
In the meantime, I'm going to
Name
one
of the
comment
Facebook group
here that I think makes for a great way to end the live stream.
What?
No, not quite that. The one underneath that. It comes from Jamie Wilhite, and she says, "Everyone deserves happiness and no judgment from friends, just support."
Beautiful.
I think that I'm going to list as quote of the evening. I like that a lot. I like that a lot, Jamie.
Me too.
Great line. Great line. Okay, well, should you come up with any other questions about this surprise trip or anything else regarding this live stream, hey, the TTT community on the Facebook is still there, believe it or not. It is still there. So you have always a way to reach out to us. Some of you even have, I don't know, WhatsApp, other means of communication.
Instant message.
Yeah. There's ways to get a hold of us, basically. Smoke signals, whatever works for you.
Whatever happens, whatever helps. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Cindy's right. So let us know when you go to Cozumel. Maybe we can try and meet you there somehow. There's an idea. Jamie says, thank you. It came from my heart. Spoken from the heart. That's what we like, Jamie. That's what we like. Dan Zulch. Just in time. We were just about to end the live stream. Wow, just saw this. Hi, guys. Well, hello to you, Dan, and thanks so much for joining us. We are wrapping up, though, but
it's good to see you. It's fine. We'll stay a couple more minutes. Let's say hi to Dan.
Well, yeah.
Hi, Dan.
Okay. And that is what you're going to be doing the next couple of minutes. Just hi, Dan. Hi, Dan. Dewey, then, with one more question about the surprise trip. Where are we going?
Ha, 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 ha.
Well, I can answer that. It is a place that we don't know. That's where we're going. So time will tell. But likewise to you, Dan. Great seeing you here again as well. Like I said, it has been wonderful that so many people popped in, even though it was sometimes briefly, to just say hi.
Probably come up with their notifications,
right?
Like, what the hell is that?
Are they still alive?
Who are these people? Wait a minute. I know that.
Yeah, we are still alive, believe it or not. Cindy's saying so good seeing and chatting with you all, and then says I'll make sure to rewatch the replay. Yes, that replay is going to be here, and for everyone else who just happened to pop in, yeah, that replay is there for you anytime you want. So on that note, it has truly been a pleasure seeing everyone once again. Great talking with you guys.
And I will put up
about what?
We'll do another live.
Oh, we are.
We will.
I'm finding out new information.
Just getting
Okay,
new information.
I'm getting new information.
Yes, it's fine. We'll do another live when we get a little further in the process, and then hopefully start scheduling them more. Like I said, I'd like to do it like maybe once a month, maybe twice a month, as we get towards the trip.
Yeah.
And like I said, because I really want to document the whole thing, the whole experience, and like I said, if any of the other creators end up joining us on the trip, we can do stuff on your channel, and
absolutely.
If you want to post things on your channel, that's fine.
For sure.
It's all good. It's all good. I think it'd be a lot of fun for everybody. Whether you join us or whether you watch it, I think it could be fun.
Either way.
Yeah.
Our VBFV, then glad to see you guys. Glad all is well. Thank you so much for joining once again. It was great having you here as well. We didn't quite get to playing All Roads Lead to Travel, but because it has been mentioned several times before in this live stream,
maybe we could do one round.
Maybe
we have 9 people.
We were just wrapping this up.
But we have 9 people.
Okay, I don't even know how to do without StreamYard.
But we just type it.
Just type what?
All we do is type in the words.
Jim C, hello to you. Thanks so much for joining. All right, you're just gonna keep nagging me until we do one round, huh?
I won't nag you, but we have 10 people now.
Yeah.
See? Maybe just one round. We'll put in 2 words.
All right, one round done. Hey, Edna!
Hey, Edna! See, there's people.
Okay, all right, fair enough. One word, one round of All Roads Lead to Travel. Just for old time's sake, we'll say one round, and then we're really going to call it.
If you don't remember how to play,
very simple, very simple.
Do you remember how to play?
I think I do. So Kimberly is going to mention a word. I'm going to mention a word. There are going to be words that are that might be travel related.
Yeah.
But then it is up to you to make a sentence with those 2 words.
About travel.
About travel, but that has an enormous amount of humor in it.
Yes.
That's how it works.
We are before 10 o'clock, so.
So what?
So I think we got to watch the language just a little bit.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that there was a time limit on that.
I don't know if there is or not. I mean, I've said shit like
just think
times.
of your word. What word do you want to put in there?
I don't know.
I got mine. Airplane toilet.
Oh, God.
What is yours?
Hula hoop.
All right. There you go. Airplane toilet and hula hoop.
If you can
have fun.
There you go, y'all. There it goes.
Those are the 2 words.
What is that?
That is just an icon that you should not be messing with.
Can I push it?
No, don't do that. You will screw up the whole live stream. That's going to go poorly.
Look, now 7 people because they all ran away because nobody wants to play. Come on!
We'll see. Airplane toilet and hula hoop. Put it in a sentence. Make sure it's travel related and humorous. We like a good bit of humor in our live stream.
Even if it's not funny. It's okay.
Listen, some things in our live stream, even after 2 years of absence, have simply not changed. 1, we'll always have ties to Mexico. That's just what it is. 2, we play All Roads Lead to Travel here.
Apparently.
More than one occasion.
Okay, Dewey got one.
Dewey got one. And 3, we like the interaction with our fellow travelers.
Yeah.
All right, on that note, let's see what Dewey got. On my way to the international hula hoop competition in Copenhagen, I got stuck in the airplane toilet when I was trying to practice my routine. Yikes.
There you go.
Yikes.
Dewey with a hula hoop and a toilet on an airplane.
That must have been a long flight. Must have been a very long flight.
I hope you have film of this. I want to see it. That'd be
Jamie says you're really talented if you can use a hula hoop in airplane. Apparently, Dewey is.
He got skills.
Apparently, Dewey is.
Oh my god. Okay, well, we at least got one.
That's right. Maybe some others can are also still working on their line. In the meantime, I am curious how Edna is doing and how Jim is doing, who popped in just a minute or so ago. So let us know what you guys have been up to lately. Like I said, for us, it has quite literally been over 2 years since we have been doing any live stream. So we're kind of catching up with everyone in here.
I mean, do you even know how to post this on the channel after we're done?
I was just hoping that it would automatically happen.
Yeah.
It would just save it. Because I did click something that I think does that. I think.
Okay.
So the replay really should be there.
We'll find out if that happens. Let us know if the replay is actually there.
Oh, look, Margie got one. I really
Margie.
needed to use the airplane toilet. However, I wasn't able to traverse the hula hoop of an aisle to get there. That can be problematic. Yes, I mean, if you have everyone getting stuff from the overhead compartments, and yeah, that can get very difficult to get there then. Dan says that he just got off the Divina Yacht Club on Monday. Ooh.
You know what? A friend of mine that I work with, she's going to be traveling on the Divina next week. She just booked that with me. She's doing the 4-night. And it's going to be her first cruise. She is so excited. I am so excited for her. And the Divina is beautiful. Did you have a good time, Dan?
Yeah, and I've heard, actually you are the one who told me that, that they revamped the Divina.
Yes.
How did the revamps come along then? Is it to the good, or did I mess everything up? Cindy then, with a line, I walked in to use the airplane toilet, and there stood Duck trying to hula hoop. That was a sight to see.
Okay.
All right. Edna then, in response to my questions, he's doing good. Awesome. Good. Just working and traveling as much as possible. Just took my 3rd solo cruise last month.
Go in.
Excellent. Excellent. So did any of those cruises really stand out to you? And where was that going to? Dan says that it was amazing. The revamp makes it look like new. Okay, so good news about the Divina's revamp.
I can't wait to see Katie's pictures. Can't wait.
Yeah, I'm sure you will find out. I cannot imagine her not showing you any pictures to take, so that's going to all work out. All right, we are going to be really starting to wrap it up in here, guys. So if you are still working on the one round we're doing tonight of All Roads Lead to Travel with the words airplane, toilet, and hula hoop, do put those in at this time, because we are going to be calling it an evening here soon. Dan says that there was no rust anywhere. He was impressed. Nice. Yeah, that's always a bad thing if you can see a lot of rust on the ships.
Oh my! I want you to know. I want you to know,
Cindy. Not talking
Cindy, I want you to know. You wrote that, and I thought to myself, was he using the hula hoop on his pickle? I thought, yeah, Cindy didn't write that. Look at her being good. And then she couldn't stay good. Not talking about his pickle.
I suppose that is also something that never changes about our live streams.
Oh my God.
Mention of pickles. Cindy laughing. I was going to say that, but I don't know this crowd too well. Oh, playing it cautious, all right? Playing it cautious. Nice. All right, guys. On that note, thank you so much for joining us. It has really been a pleasure, like I said earlier. And Kimberly announced there is going to be another live stream, so stay tuned.
They're probably going to be kind of like this. Like I said, this is more about this surprise trip and reconnecting with some of you and people that we've already traveled with and people that we know that might want to join us on this amazing adventure.
All right. Until next time, this is Neil.
And it's Kimberly.
And this is
To Travel and Tour.
Bye.